Alton Towers is home to many of the UK's best roller coasters, with lots of them known for their unique themes and innovative layouts. But are these popular coasters overrated? And are the more controversial coasters actually underrated? Find out today in the Alton Towers edition of Overrated or Underrated. Let's spin the wheel. So we're starting with 13, and in my opinion, it's slightly underrated as I don't think people appreciate the airtime that you get on this coaster. After the disappointing first drop, there are a few airtime hills that are surprisingly floaty, and let's not forget the spoiler alert drop track, which provides 2 solid pops of ejector airtime. Right, time for the next coaster. Okay, so we've landed on Wicker Man, and tied with Nemesis and the Smiler, Wicker Man is one of Alton Towers' most popular roller coasters. Does that mean it's overrated? I don't think so. It's a brilliant family thrill coaster with some nice airtime, theming, and lateral forces, and I think it deserves the praise it gets. Again, like the Wicker Man, the Smiler is one of the most popular coasters at the park, with its demented theme and crazy number of inversions. Though in my opinion, it's overrated. Now don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy the Smiler, but whenever I'm riding it, I can't help but think that there are coasters out there with a greater variety of inversions, forces, and airtime. It's also quite rough towards the end of the ride. Ooh, now this is an interesting one. Rita gets hated on a lot of the time for being, I need to get a list out, short, underwhelming, unoriginal, rattly, not as good as Stealth, repetitive.
3 hours later.
But in my opinion, it's an underrated coaster. The launch is very punchy, and there's some great intensity in the first half of the layout. You can also get a bit of flow to air time if it's running quickly. Time for the next ride. Nemesis Reborn. Like Hyperia at Thorpe Park, Nemesis this year has received a lot of attention and hype, and I was worried that I'd feel disappointed when coming off the coaster. However, the coaster's layout still hits the same as it did before the retrack, and the theming was brilliant. There was a slight rattle towards the end, though the majority of the ride was smooth as I was in the front row. So for now, I'm going to leave it in neutral. And while the wheel is spinning, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. But it looks like we've landed on Oblivion. There are quite a few people who call Oblivion overrated, as it's a bit of a one-trick pony, though I'm going to leave it in neutral, because in general, Oblivion's drop does get the respect it deserves. The feeling of plummeting down a near-vertical drop into a misty underground tunnel is unbeatable, and lots of people call it one of, if not the best drop on any dive coaster. Spinball Whizzer has a mix of lovers and haters. It's definitely the inferior of the 2 main Mara spinning coasters in the UK, but it still has some fun moments. I'm gonna leave it in neutral. Let's see what we get next. I'm going to put the Runaway mine train as slightly underrated. Although the coaster has a good reputation, not many people appreciate its length for a powered coaster, and its pretty fast drop into the tunnel. Galactica is a very underrated coaster. I think that most of the hate it gets comes from its theme and presentation, as the coaster is looking a little worse for wear, in addition with the lackluster theming which doesn't fit with the newer theme of not Fearless Valley, Forbidden Valley. That being said, the coaster itself is a lot of fun. It's glass smooth, probably smoother than Nemesis Reborn, and the lighter flying version is a great element as you're on your back for quite a long time. Why do we have to end with this one? Anyway, Octonauts Rollercoaster Adventure, I'm going to leave it in neutral. Though, do you agree with my opinions? Be sure to comment down below and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one.